During this time of independence, after 37 years of independence, is the education system established in a way that it meets the needs of time and technology, or are we still way back since independence? From my own observation during this time of independence, we have many reasons to celebrate. For me and the people in the opposition, we do appreciate the free education policy that the Samare Dion is continuing from the O'Neill Nama government. But we need to put in a few things in place. And one of them is, when you have a free education policy, children overcrowding classrooms, what is the government doing to address the issue of overcrowding? I hear we have two education systems. The International Education Agency runs an education system, and you have also other private schools we have in the country. And then we have the public school systems, which is run by the Department of Education. Why are we politicians and the top corporate managers of this country sending our kids to international school while we leave the public education system to the rest of Papua New Guinea? Does this government not believe in its own systems of government? Can we have one system of education system so that our children can be educated to a certain level that we meet their demands? For instance, we have the LNG coming in years, and do we have the special technical people to be employed in there, or are we going to continue employing expatriates from overseas? Are our universities targeted towards these new developments, or are we still graduating professionals where the jobs are already filled up? Can the education department come up with a checklist to see what professionals do we need in this country today, and do a stock take? Maybe we got too many accountants, or we have too many journalists, or we have too many lawyers. We need to do a head count and see where the employment trend is. Are we employing, we training more one sector more than the others? And why is funding arrangement for health and education different for government schools and different for mission schools? You have to have a normal funding for all teachers' colleges, because at the end of the day, they all serve the same purpose. Irrespective whether it's a mission school or government school, school subsidies, staffing, all this must be uniformed, so that we are hitting one education target to ensure that our children receive basic education from elementary to university level. We cannot have different standards of teachers' college for government and different standards for church. And when it comes to funding, we give a lot of money to government-run teachers' colleges and give very less money to teachers' colleges who are run by the Catholic Church. And we need to, at this time of 37 years of independence, need to relook. We need to have a national education review, a bipartisan approach. Include all stakeholders, include the churches that run education institutions in this country, include the community, NGOs, and also the industry stakeholders, the mining, the petroleum industry people, and see what their needs are, so that we put the education system in the right path. Otherwise, we are training graduates that have no jobs, have no reason to exist in this country. We graduating people with so many degrees and diplomas that are collecting dust on the streets of Port Moresby because there is no job for them. We need to do a review of the education system. Are we employing people according to the survey they got? Are we teaching them the right skills for the right job? Or are we employing people with the right skills, or are we training them? So training, education must work hand in hand. So from the opposition, we need government to review the education system in this country, because it's long overdue. 37 years is a long way out, and we need to really relook at it. And during this time of 37 of independence, the young people, the younger generation, wants to see what is there for them in come the 48th anniversary. Now we're on the 37th, and what is in the next 5 years for young people who are attending universities now? Are they going to come back and look for jobs and they'll find a job? Or the ones that are in elementary school today, the ones that are in high school, what plans do we have in the next 5 to 10 years? Are they going to come back and attend the same universities and find out that there is no jobs for them? So we really need to do a review on training and also on education. And from the opposition, we want it a bipartisan approach, both the government, the opposition, all stakeholders, the churches, the employees, involvement of employees, the unions, and let's see what is the real need of training in this country. Are we training the right people for the right job, or are we training so many people who are going to carry certificates and walk on the streets of Port Moresby? So at this time of 37 years of independence, let's put our focus on education, that we are teaching students that they come out and they be useful in their own country, and we cannot train people to be useless in their own country. Then it really now means nothing when you come out of a university if you cannot get a job. So let's relook at the needs of our people. Let's also review the scholarship programs. Is the Terikina allowance for university student adequate, or is it less? Or we need to review the whole system. And the trainings that are offered by OSAID and others that travel, the people travel overseas to train, do they come back? Do they have a job here, or are we just training them to get certificates? Those people we train, we need to do an overview on them. When they came back from Australia, when they finish from universities, are they doing the jobs they were trained for, or are they doing other jobs they were never trained for, because they don't have any positions or any jobs in the training that they took? So this is a message during this independence for the education minister and the government to relook, because otherwise we just graduating the same people, and they'll be coming down. Port Moresby will be filled up with diplomas and degrees that has no jobs. And we really need to relook at the education system, that we are graduating students that has a purpose in life, and not to walk around the streets of Port Moresby with so many certificates and no job to attend to, or no job to be employed in.